am excited to talk about your project. His newest project. It's a mixtape called For the Record. Links are in the description. Actually, if you click the eye up here, there's a little eye icon over here. It's a playlist of my project and his project on YouTube. So if you want to check that out after the live stream, you can go ahead, check it out. We also have a playlist for the new people that are coming along. A playlist in the description that's playing all the songs. You can see right here, now playing Only 90s Babies Know by Prez. There's a playlist that's both mine and his songs in the description if you want to check them out. So that's on Spotify. And yeah, so his links are in the description. My links are in the description. His recent project, For the Record, we're going to be talking about that right now. So let me pull up my questions. Let's see. So, my first question is, what inspired the title For the Record?
Okay. Wow. So, For the Record. So, initially, the project was going to be called Make Rap Great Again.
Yeah.
Because I have it on my bracelets, and that wasn't planned when I made the bracelets, but afterward I was like, oh, that's definitely what we're calling it.
Make Rap Great Again.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, it's like an old style thing. It's like, okay, this is when it was good, let's do this again.
Yeah.
And like, it's controversial.
Yeah,
and
because the whole, like, yeah.
My parents were like, it's okay if you do the wristbands and everything, but like, putting out a body of work by that name is like, they're like, I don't know if that's the idea for it.
I mean, I get it though, because like, your name is Prez.
Yeah.
You know, because like,
exactly.
president of rap.
Prez, Make Rap Great Again, Prez, Trump, like everything was connecting.
Yeah.
But, you know, it happens.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah. I understand.
And then after that, it was actually, which is playing now, Only 90s Babies Know, it was going to be called Only 90s Babies Know. And I was going to call it that. It's like same concept, they think, okay, it's like, when I first uploaded Only 90s Babies Know, it was supposed to be like, you know those memes where they have like half of them are like caps and it's like a joke?
Yeah.
Like I wanted it to be like that. It's where it's like people say Only 90s Babies Know this real hip hop, but like, I mean, I know it too.
Exactly.
Like, it's not like it's not all over the internet. I can't just listen to it.
Exactly.
So that's what that is. And then I decided against that with my friends Jake and JT. They just didn't think it was a good idea for reasons. And then, so For the Record, I don't know where specifically it came from, if I'm being honest, but which is weird because that was the question.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought I'd explain all that. And For the Record it's supposed to be for the record, as in like, this is who I am, for the record, this is Prez.
Yeah.
It's for the record, I can rap like this.
Yeah.
So don't ever get it twisted down the road. If you see me like busting into mainstream rap, like just know I can do that when I want to.
Yeah.
And
that's like kind of how I took it. Like, you know, because it's like the saying for the record, you know.
And for the record isn't like records. So
I didn't even notice your shirt.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
New shirts coming the end of this week.
You see, that's something I don't know. Because a lot of people were asking me, hey, you're gonna have like vinyls or like a CD or something for my album, or like any shirts or something like that. And I didn't do it this time because last time I did it didn't do that well. But I mean, people were asking for it this time, so I don't know. Maybe I should do it. What do you guys think? You could leave something in the chat. But anyway,
if you want to do shirts, I'm just throwing this out there. I work at a t-shirt place.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can just slide over, get some business.
You're right. I'll think about it. I'll definitely will think about it if you guys think I should. Let's see. So when you release projects, what is your promotional strategy? So it's like projects, like not singles, like a full-on project.
So projects, I think I've amped up the caliber of the promotion each time, which makes sense. Like that's what you're supposed to do. You know, as you grow, it gets bigger and bigger. And so for this last one, which I think what really helped me is I said the first 15 people do pre-save and repost my link on their Snapchats would get a free shirt. Yeah. And that worked really well. And I also said if I get 100 total pre-saves, I'll drop a music video for Skills Over Bills 2. And
that happened.
That's crazy. So that was awesome. But aside from that, the promotion to Spotify, I've put a lot of time, money, effort into growing my Spotify. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where music is. I mean, music is there, but I think it's gonna get even bigger because now, don't they have now you can upload directly to Spotify?
That's a beta thing. That's
Exactly.
only for like people that are opted into it. Like it's selective. Okay. Like not everybody can do it, but it's in the works. So.
But that's like right now. So
yeah.
So like down the road, like if that becomes a thing, like it's gonna be like what SoundCloud was, but it's a lot more stable.
You see,
than SoundCloud is.
That's a thing. Like Spotify, everybody, because there's like I talked about this before with a couple people. Like everything comes in waves. So like at first it was SoundCloud, right? And then like not many people were doing SoundCloud, but once people started popping off, like Chance the Rapper and Russ, SoundCloud became the next wave, and now everybody's on SoundCloud. Everybody's a SoundCloud rapper, but Spotify, I feel, is the next wave right now. And if you could get, like, if you catch the wave before it crashes, like, you know, you can do some pretty great things. And I feel like right now is Spotify before people catch on. If you're on Spotify and you're doing things like playlists, you know, where you're submitting to playlists and you're exposing yourself that way, like, it's the next best way to get known, you know, which is pretty cool.
So yeah, playlists, Spotify playlists, huge.
Yeah, I want
to bottom.
You're right. That's one of the biggest things that's helped me and him out the most. But I wanted to mention this live stream was only supposed to go on for like an hour, and it's already been in like over an hour. I mean, I'm fine, which is like it's 65 minutes ago we started this playlist. I mean, not this playlist, this live stream. I mean, I'm fine with this. I'm loving it right now. I'm having a lot of fun.
Good conversation.
It is a good conversation. But yeah, so it's crazy. Time flies when you're talking about real stuff. Let's see. What we got going on over here? Did I tell you everyone loves your album? That's my uncle. Thank you, Theo David. You did tell me that.
Everyone does love your album.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate all like the positive feedback I've been getting on it. Like I honestly can't explain how much it warms my heart. Like, oh my gosh, the amount of people that are just like relating to it. That's the one thing I was afraid of, is that nobody would relate to it. You know, like. Cause like it's all like my personal problems. You never know if like, you know, like if anybody will catch on. But a lot of people love it, so it's really cool. What else we got going on here? For sure, make merch, bro. Thank you so much, Evan. I'll try my best to do that. Let's see. For next album, 100% do merch. For next album, okay. I'll keep that in mind. You already got merch going on. You have a website where you sell your merch too.
Yes.
So
prezraps.com. You can find it. You can find the merch there. I don't have much in stock of the old stuff, but these are coming out. I'm hoping by the end of this week. So those will be up there, and you guys can buy those if you'd like. $10 a t-shirt.
It's really good. It's a really, really good stuff he's got going on. Thank you. So, well, you guys have merch. So, Crystal is asking, will we have merch in show? You have merch going on right now, which you just mentioned. I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking about it. We'll see if there's enough. If I do merch, I definitely want to have like every time I like something, like if somebody wants like a t-shirt, I'll give them a free poster like of music therapy with like a signature on it, just to make it a little more personal, you know. So that's what I think I'm gonna do if people want it enough. We are all enjoying it, Adriel. Thank you, Gabe. Thank you, Gabriel. That's my brother.
Thanks.
Appreciate you, Gabriel. Appreciate everybody that's watching too, by the way. You guys are amazing. Having a lot of fun right now.
And it motivates us to keep making music, keep doing things like this, and keep wanting to grow bigger to reach more people.
Yeah. By the way, if you're just joining us, we have Super Chat enabled. If you want to donate to us, every $5 that we get, we lick a piece of salt off of the salt lamp right here. So if you want to see us lick salt and parch ourselves, dehydrate ourselves, go ahead and donate $5 or more. Every $5 is a lick of salt. So
my throat is a little dry.
I know, I still have that salt flavor from last time.
Yep.
But yeah, we got one from Jonathan, one donation from Jonathan so far. Thank you so much, Jonathan.
Thank you.
Appreciate you so much. Okay, so this is the next question. In songs like Pretty Young Thing, Late Night Drive, and Rehab, there's multiple mentions of a girl. So is this from actual experiences, or are these just conceptual songs like Pressure?
Both. It's a mix of the two. Like sometimes I'll think about this girl and I'll be like, okay, what if this was how it went?
Yeah.
Or I'll combine like, oh, this happened with this girl, with this was over here, and like kind of connect them and just like make it sound as one separate person. And then some of it is just completely made up. Like Pretty Young Thing is made up, but like when I say, I forgot what I said in rehab, but I do remember mentioning it.
Yeah.
Was oh, I remember what I said in rehab now. Well, yeah. So it's a combination of facts and fiction.
All right. So like Late Night Drive. This is like one of the questions. But Late Night Drive. It was like when I was listening to it, like it was pretty like specific to me. Like was that like more that song specifically? Was that more like experience or was that like conceptual?
That was more experience. Late Night Drive was more experience, and actually, Late Night Drive, the music video, is coming. I'm gonna let you guys know now. This is exclusive insider information. It is going to be dropping February 22nd, this Friday, and you're not gonna believe who it was directed, shot, and edited by. You're not gonna believe it.
He's right.
Yours truly, Adriel Rivera. Everybody, round of applause for Adriel Rivera.
Thank you.
The music video is incredible, and I can't wait for you guys to see it February 22nd.
Can't wait for it to come out either. It's honestly like one of my best works of like when it comes. I mean, I've only ever done one other music video, which was like my own music video, Running, and I thought that turned out pretty great. But like obviously, I still do like video stuff when I'm making videos, and Late Night Drive, I felt like I did really well on, you know. So I can't wait for everybody to see this. I think people are gonna be impressed, you know. Like they're gonna be like, "Dang, this is a crazy video."
It's professional. It is very professional.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. All right, so let's see. Hi guys, someone here creating music. We're discussing music. We're discussing everything about music. Everybody's applauding. See, the only thing about us is that we're delayed. We're delayed right now, so we just saw the applause. But thank you guys for applauding. Wow.
One Up is playing right now by us too. Great song.
Oh yeah, our collab on his latest project, For the Record. That was a fun song. I don't usually. I mean, I rap. I want to get more into rapping. Rapping is like really fun, but I just don't do it as often. I feel like I could do better. Like I feel like I can do more. All right, so let's see.
But October though, you rapped that.
Yeah, I did rap.
The
whole thing is just all rapping. I got the inspiration from Logic's Legacy from Young Sinatra 4, like where he's just rapping the whole time. I just need to, you know, put my feelings out there through a rap. I feel like it's always so much easier to express yourself, like feelings wise through rapping. I don't know why. Like I think it's just easier. Hola fam. Hi Brianna. This is my little cousin Brianna Salgado.
Hi Brianna.
This is my friend Prez over here. We're discussing music. Thank you for joining us, and for everybody else that's just coming on too. Thank you for joining us. So you have multiple returning features on your mixtape, which is funny. We were just talking about this, like Alliance White and me, right? So how would you recommend people approach others for collaboration?
This is, oh man, I am happy you asked this because there's something that has really been bugging me recently. The worst thing that you could do is you ask somebody like, hey, do you want to work on a song? Okay, so when you go and you ask somebody to work on a song, you should be asking because you're like, hey, I have a song that I want you on.
Yeah.
Okay? But like people ask me like, hey, let's do a song together. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. I'll definitely do a song with you. But then they always want it to be on mine.
Yeah.
So the collaborations that I've done have been exactly what I'm saying. Where like, I was like, hey, I like your sound. I think you'd sound good on this song that I just made. Do you want to hop on it? Or I'm like, hey, we should do a song together. What do you have an idea for a concept? And I'll find the beat and start it.
Yeah.
And something like that. And actually like collaborating. And Alliance White is actually not from around here. I don't know Alliance White personally. And so that one is strictly through the internet. And we did Brink together.
I always think that's awesome because like you met through the internet. And you're just like making music together like long distance. It's pretty cool.
It's crazy. I love the internet.
Yeah.
and now we have Top Notch together.
Yeah.
And that song I'm pretty sure is like the best performing out of aside from Skills Were Built 2 because it was released before, and Late Night Drive, which is one that I'm heavily promoting, but just natural growth, it's been Top Notch, has been the fan favorite.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome to see. And I like, when you're doing collaborations, I like to keep it equal. So yeah, I said like if you bring up the idea, it should be like your actual
like
idea.
You're inviting. Like,
yeah, like you're inviting. You can't invite yourself.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And then from there you just keep up the relationship. It's actually a relationship and make it feel that way.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like you don't just be like, hey, be on my song and just like forget about them. Like that's why I have those, because we've made multiple songs together, and I'm pretty sure most people that I've featured with, I've done multiple songs with at this point.
Yeah.
I have a song with my guy, Raleigh Hilfiger. I have 2 songs on his projects. He has one on my project, Promised Land, called Snakes, and he actually sent me another verse the other day.
Really?
Oh man, guys, like when I say I was doing trap music, it was like turn up trap music, but like this song is like a trap I could see you in the streets listening to this and just like booming it in your car. And he did a great job embodying that because I love his voice. But yeah, just treat it like a relationship.
Yeah.
And what is it, like give and go? Is that it?
I've never heard.
It's something like that. We're like, don't just expect to get everything out of it. Like you have to put into the relationship what you want to get out. Treat others how you'd like to be treated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, like I was gonna charge him $50 to do like the music video that he's coming out with pretty soon, but I was like, you know what, like as long as you just help me out with like my project, like I'll do it for free, you know, because like I support his stuff 100%, he supports me, you know, and like that's one of the things is like, I'm not saying like do something free for everybody, but like show people that you care. Like if you're trying to, you know, be good with them, you know, like building relationship is all about like you said, like the two-way street. I don't know.
Yeah, it's two-way street. It's a relationship.
Yeah, so like, you know, do things like go out of your way to do something nice for them if you're planning on like, you know, collabing or something like that. And also don't be pushy about it too. Like if somebody says no the first time, don't be like, oh come on man, like, you know, let's you know, like things like that. I think you should always be humble about it, you know, because like nobody wants somebody that's like that can clearly, like, you can tell that they're just not in it for your best intention, you know.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And that's a big thing, is making sure that, like, they actually want to do it and give you like a solid feature and a solid verse.
Mm-hmm.
That pertains to the topic, because like I've had times before where like I could tell like somebody just wrote a verse and I was like, hey, you want to do a feature? And they're like, yeah, and they just sent it to me like a pre-written verse that had nothing to do with what I was talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's weird.
That's
because it like at that point it's not a collaboration. Like it's called a collaboration. It's like
you're just sampling.
It's not called I just asked this guy to do something for me. No, you're like, you want to make good music together.
Yeah, I get you. Let's see, what have people say? Haha, well, that's ironic. Tell Press to check his DMs. I think that's when we started talking about collaborating, like the beginning. So that's Evan Fenny. I haven't met Evan. Thank you for joining us, by the way, Evan. I met this guy the last music seminar that I went to. So in January, he has really good music too. His artist name is Fenny. If you guys want to check him out, just a little quick promo for this dude, because he has some pretty great music out there. It's like pop. It's pop music, but this guy makes some pretty good sounding stuff. Like, it's crazy. So
I will check my DMs, and I'm always down to collab.
Exactly. Natalie Salgado, that's my older cousin, sisters with Brianna. Thank you for joining, Natalie. I appreciate it. This is my buddy Prez, so say hi. See, you guys talking about collabs on the internet, like around the globe. I've never done anything like that.
What do you mean?
Like going like, because I only ever collab. I like to keep collaborations personal, so anybody that I know personally I'll collab with. I don't really do people from like across the world, but like someone from like India or something like that, like that wants to collab with you. That's crazy.
Yeah, Alliance White is from. I'm pretty sure Alliance White is from Canada.
Really?
And it's so weird that they're both white. Well, it's not weird that they're both white. That's not weird. Alliance White and the other guy, Big White. I forgot where he was from, but it was like somewhere in Europe or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, the internet really connects you. And I had a English project on the effects of the internet on the music industry, and that was one of the things I talked about was collaborations. It's like I can just email somebody a song and they send it back, and there you go. Like there's a whole song that wouldn't exist without the internet.
Exactly. It's pretty crazy. Sorry, you gotta be in and out. It's okay, dude. David, don't worry. Message retracted. I don't know how I can view this message, so I'm not sure. I heard the whole album, Prez, and it's good stuff, and I'm not a rap guy either, but I truly enjoyed it. That's my dad, Jose Rivera.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
So Jacob Seeley. Hey, Jacob. It's nice to see you, dude. Thank you for joining the live stream. I appreciate you, man. What's up?
What's up, Jacob?
What's good?
My boy.
This is Natalie. She said hi back to you, so.
Nice to digitally meet you.
What's up, President? That's what Brianna said.
I am
Prez. I should be wearing my Prez shirt right now. I think I wore it earlier this week, so it's dirty. But I got my Prez wristband on right here. So if you guys want to check out his stuff, his website, he's got merch up there. Let's see what we got next. So this is a 2-part question right here. So what song from For the Record do you think can't be improved any further? So like / you're most proud of it, right? So like you've done the most to it, and you think it can't get any better than that.
That's a good question. I think I'm gonna have to go with a tie between Late Night Drive and Rehab, because Rehab was like I really like the purpose of it. I really like the chorus of it, and it's just like I don't know. I feel like I feel it, and it fits the vibe that I was going for, and I think that Rehab was a good title for it, and just like the feeling that it brings. And the Late Night Drive is like I don't think I did any ad libs or background vocals. I think it was just raw, just me rapping a verse, singing the backgrounds so I did sing backgrounds, but it was kind of, and then the second verse, it was just super raw, and it was just like, it wasn't over exaggerated, it was just super basic and just out there. Late Night Drive, not caring about too much, just taking the whip out.
I get you, yeah. And then, that sucks because you just recently got into an accident with that car, right?
Yeah, my guy rear-ended me, and I'm not gonna drop his name, and it's okay because I know him. He's cool, but yeah, it was unfortunate, but there was no real damage.
Foshikwa.
Yeah, Foshikwa is the name of my car.
For Foshikwa.
Yeah, but you got it. Cause last time when we were shooting a music video,
I said like Lashana the first time, and like Felicia or something. Like that.
But Foshikwa, it's unique. It's very unique. I made the name of myself, but yeah, she's got a couple bumps and bruises, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah,
I love her.
So second part of the question so stemming off of that, so would you let a larger artist like Drake feature and tweak that song and let that release be the original release? So like you can't, like, if they change the song or something about it, right? Like, and that's like originally what's out there. It's not like a remix or anything like that. It's like what it is. Would you let that happen?
I'm trying to think. I think like somebody like Logic would be cool on Rehab, because I think his voice would fit good on it. Yeah. And I think like with the beat he could do a bunch of different flows and stuff. But Late Night Drive, I feel like I did justice, because the chorus is like the sample, and I like my verses and like what each of them just talks about, what's on my mind. Yeah. And I want it to be like what's on my mind, so somebody else couldn't tell me what's on my mind. So yeah, so I really like how both of them turned out. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know if I could turn down a.
Hey, look at that! Late Night Drive is playing right now.
Late Night Drive.
Late Night Drive.
That good stuff.
The good stuff. That's coincidence. Coincidences are crazy. Yeah. Cool.
We had that earlier, right? Didn't
One Up, or was it One Up, or what was it?
One Up happened, but I thought something else happened too.
I have no idea.
But whatever.
thing I tried. So let's see. Prez, haven't heard much of your stuff yet, but what I've heard is dope. Keep up the positivity and your attitude in music.
Thank you so much. Will do. I will always keep that positive attitude because the world doesn't get enough of it, and we desperately need it. And it's like I was just thinking, I have a song. I'm not even gonna drop the name because I don't want you to check it out because it's on my SoundCloud and it's extremely old. But it's just like, which is a big thing. Like I don't want to take my music down. Like although it's trash, I want to leave it there because I want people to be able to see the growth.
That's the same way. My first song I ever posted was When You're Gone, and my new album I have When You're Gone Part 2, which is the outro of it. But the first song I ever posted online was When You're Gone, and that one is like an old one. I don't think I did mixed it too well.
Yeah.
Like even I had grown as a singer too, which is pretty crazy. But like, yeah, I'll never take that down. It's not on Spotify or anything like that, but it's on my SoundCloud and my YouTube, and I'll never take that down. Cause like that's like, it's me, you know. It's like where I've come from. So, all right. How would you recommend an up and coming artist deal with hate? Cause I know you've dealt with your fair share of hate before.
Well, there's a difference between hate and constructive criticism. Hate is somebody just being like, "Hey, Prez, you're trash. I'm not listening to music." Like, okay, good for you, but what you really need to focus on is don't think about that because that'll always bring you down and it's not worth it. Yeah. It's never worth it. They're normally just like, they're hating to hate. They're not hating for a reason. Hating for a reason would be constructive criticism. Would be like, hey, I don't like this specific song because of, you know, how your voice sounds or how it's mixed or something like that. And then you'd be like, okay, so how do I fix that? Mm-hmm. And that's what's really important. And like before I release my projects and stuff, I have my two friends, Jake and JT. They're my homies, and they listen to it and they give me constructive criticism on how to fix all of the songs and like every little aspect of it so I can get it out the right way. But also, don't just like 100% give into it. Like if they're like, I don't like that you specifically said this about this specific person. I think you should make it more general. We'll be like, but that was my point. Mm-hmm. So like you also gotta compromise. Like don't just be like, oh, this guy doesn't like this type of music, so I'm never making it again. Yeah. Like you have to find a mix of where you guys can both be satisfied. I get you. And there's always that point. But good advice. But yeah.
Yeah. By the way, guys, if you're just coming in, we have Super Chat enabled. So every time somebody donates $5, so every $5 we get. Oh, come on. This happens all the time. You want to explain it while I try to get this back?
Yes. So, Super Chat. Every $5 donated, which is greatly appreciated by both of us as aspiring artists, it takes some money to get there. But right here you see the salt. We will be taking a massive lick off of that salt for every $5 donated. And let me tell you, the last time we did it, my throat is still dry from it, and I'm sure you could probably hear it in my voice a little bit.
I don't got any water anymore, so I wouldn't be able to refresh myself. But Jonathan last time donated $5 so we could do that. Thank you so much, Jonathan. Appreciate it. Don't appreciate the salt too much, but you know, it is what it is.
It comes with it, you know?
Yeah. Hey, it's Jack. Hey Jack, it's nice to see you, dude. Thank you for coming around.
Hey Jack.
Let's see. So, what's your favorite bar that you spit on for the record? I said that weirdly. What's your favorite bar that you spit on for the record?
Man, I don't know. Oh, hold up. I was just thought about one the other day that I said that I didn't realize that I said. Yeah. Like sometimes I write it and I'm like, oh, that's a cool punchline. And then like I listened to it a couple times, and one time I listened to it and I'm like, whoa, wait, rewind that. What did I just say? And I'm like, dang, I'm cooler than I thought. But I'm trying to think of what the line was.
Yeah, I get you.
I don't know. I think more importantly would be in songs like, I wouldn't even say, because like when I hear bars I think of like super crazy punchlines and stuff. Yeah. But like if we're just talking about raps, I would say things like Pressure and Rehab and Broken are very important to me because it talks about like actual problems, and I would I would think that that's the coolest because I did it in a way, in an entertaining way, I feel.
Yeah.
And I have some bars on my other songs. Top Notch, I said, "Tell my boys call me Prezi the GOAT." Shout out Samar for the name. That's a quote because my boy Samar always calls me Prezi the GOAT. So it was awesome to be able to like incorporate that in the song. But yeah, man, I forget about some of the things that I say because I write so much music. It all just blends together sometimes.
Yeah.
Have you ever been like you're singing one of your songs and you just like start singing something from a totally different song? You're like, why did that just happen? But Broken's playing. We just mentioned Broken.
That's crazy. That's awesome. I've never had that experience before, but what has happened is I'm singing some of my songs and I forget the lyrics to my own songs.
Yeah.
Because like you just write so many songs that's like you forget sometimes.
Yeah, they're like people are like, why don't you know the words of your song? It's like, do you have any idea how many songs I've written? Like, look at how many songs are released and then think about other things that I've written that haven't been released. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff to remember, and especially if you're not like practicing it.
Yeah.
Like when I'm making the songs, like the next day I could probably tell you the whole verse, but like 2 months later, it's like I've written so many verses since then. Like, there's
exactly.
no way.
And like the fact of time too is that like I have like from songs from like 2 years ago, like I could probably like re-sing them to you, but then I'd forget like certain things. Cause it's just been so long since I've even like looked back at those songs. Cause in all honesty, I haven't listened to like my older songs in a while. Like I doubt that you have too.
I do it every couple months.
Really?
And it really gets me. It's like, whoa. Like, why did you release this? Like, I can't believe you used to sound like that. And I can't wait until like a year down the road. I'm like,
you look at your stuff now and you're like,
I'm like, what is this?
Yeah. That's how I feel all the time. Cause the Unattainable State of Mind, when I released that, I was like, this sounds so much better than my old stuff. Now that I released Music Therapy, I look at the Unattainable State of Mind and I'm like, Music Therapy is so much better it makes than the Unattainable State of Mind. And then now when I look in the future, like I'm probably gonna look back at that stuff and think the same way. So if you build it, they will come. If you guys love what you do, there is a lot of people that will also love what you do, and you won't know love without hate. That's true. Thank you, Papa Say. Words of wisdom, always telling me words of wisdom. I appreciate you.
I keep putting the nice facing the front.
The nice,
it's nice water.
Nice. Sponsor us, please. I love sponsors.
We should tweet this at them.
We should. We just did a live stream. That would be dope. I've never gotten sponsored before, but I'm open to the opportunity. Novation, I love you, Novation. The Launch Key Mini is like my favorite controller that I've ever had. I made a whole video about that. I'm not sponsored by Novation, but I made a whole video. That video has like so many, like 20,000 views or something like that, or maybe even 30,000. I have no idea, but
I think when I looked, it was like 27.
Really?
Yeah.
So Novation, if you're watching this for somehow, I don't know how you would be watching this, but if you are, sponsor me, Okay, so let's see. There's multiple mentions of music being your dream career. What exactly are your plans to achieve that goal?
Okay, so
Oh, my nice water.
Oh man.
My sponsor.
Man. Sorry, Nice. Sorry, we didn't mean it. Shoot, what were we talking about?
I got this question. I can't even remember.
I want to be like, I want art. Music to be my career. What steps am I taking?
Yeah. Exactly.
So like I mentioned earlier with the marketing and promotion, the Spotify things, like that's only gonna get bigger. I've put more and more money into my projects, and I just want to keep that going. And when it comes to content, I want to release a lot more content, not always music related. Like I do want to start my YouTube channel eventually. I'm hoping to like actually do it because that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And when it comes to music, I'm dropping so much music 2019. Like, man, there's a lot of good stuff in the vault right now, and I can't wait for you guys to hear it. But I'm just gonna be putting it out, and I'm trying to stay consistent. And it's hard because I work on so much. Like, me and Adriel have different approaches to music, and I think his is more like like create the masterpiece, and mine is just more like create what you feel, put some songs together and see what people stick to.
Exactly. Yeah, I get you. Because you're constantly making music all the time. Like,
yeah.
It's crazy. Don't you already have like a project done?
Yeah.
Like, see, he just released a project and he already has one like ready for release.
And I'm working on the other one, and that'll be
It's crazy. That's crazy stuff. Like, he's constantly just making music, it's awesome. Like, I wish I could do that, in honesty, because I don't know how you're able to do that. But
and another thing is, you make your beats and everything, and and like your scenes and stuff.
Yeah.
And like 2020 Vision, I love the intro and the outro of 2020 Vision.
Yeah.
Like that stuff is awesome, and like I want to start getting more into producing. I made a couple beats like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I just got caught up with releasing the project, but I want to get back into production because I feel like it'll help me like get my creative message out there a lot better.
I get you.
But yeah, it just takes more time. It's like, do I spend, they say 10,000 hours until like you really know something, you master it. So it's like, do I spend, like I have these 10,000 hours, do I spend 10,000 hours rapping or spend 5,000 producing and 5,000 rapping?
Yeah, I get
and that's
you.
just how I've been thinking about it. And I've put in so much time in rapping, I think I just kind of want to level out a little bit.
Or maybe 20,000 in rapping and producing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the goal.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
I feel like I have like at least 5,000 hours, because I've done so much with music. I even know there's always, like, you're never gonna be like a master or whatever it is. There's always somebody like that can teach you, that can teach you, but you're always able to teach other people. So let's look at the chat really quick. Whoa, I was just looking at your equipment list, haha. I really want to look into a keyboard as a MIDI controller. Yeah, you see, like, if you're Jack, I know like you play piano like once in a while. If you're like planning on making songs with like intricate like chords and melodies, get a bigger controller, because I have two separate controllers. I have my mini, right, for like when it's like portable, like the Launch Key Mini. And I know this wasn't like a question, but like I'm kind of just throwing this out there.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna like be making those like intricate sounds and stuff like that, get a bigger controller, because it's like you're gonna need something bigger if you want to make it sound pretty good. Hey Adriel, what's up, fam? I listened to the album the other day, and you've grown so much since Tucson. So, The Unattainable State of Mind. I'm proud of you, my guy. Keep doing big things. Prez, you keep it up too. Thank you, Mel.
Thanks, will do.
I appreciate you. We appreciate you. And then Cats for Life. Keep the grind up, Prez. 100.
We'll always keep the grind up. Never stop grinding. Work through the night. You can sleep when you're dead.
24/7 is one of my favorite songs. That's from 24/7, by the way. Watch, what is it gonna come up?
That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy if 24/7 came up. Yeah, so listen to, and by the way, all the songs that are playing right now are coming from Spotify. We have a playlist called Adriel Rivera and Prez. It's a link in the description. It's a Spotify playlist, so after this stream, if you just want to listen to a playlist full of our songs that we've released so far on Spotify, you can go check it out. Links in the description. What helped you most when experimenting with FL Studio, specifically mastering vocals? Thank you, Vish. We will definitely answer these questions towards the end of the live stream when we finish this interview. We got a lot of questions from Instagram, Twitter, and then also with you guys from like the super chats and stuff like that. So we'll answer that towards the end. So if you want to stick around, please do. And if you have to go somewhere, don't worry. This live stream is gonna be posted afterwards, so you can come back and see our answers to your questions. By the way, speaking of super chat, I'm bringing this up a lot because new people, they need to know. So every time we get $5 from the super chat, we lick a piece of the Himalayan salt up here. So if you wanna see us lick some salt, dehydrate ourselves, go ahead. Every $5. So
I want to see us lick some salt.
I want.
It's not pleasant, which makes it fun.
Exactly.
It's like a scary movie.
You're right.
I mean, actually, I hate scary movies.
I hate scary movies too, but
But people like it because they don't like it.
I
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. I face my fears sometimes. Sometimes I watch scary movies when my friends are like, "Hey, you want to watch a scary movie?" I'm like, you know what? Let's try it. So. Yeah.
I would only do it if you're like my most loved person. Otherwise, nah, no scary movies. I'm good.
Let's see. What were the biggest obstacles you faced when making For the Record?
I wouldn't say there was anything crazy. One little thing that happened is when me and my friend Jake and JT were going over it. I had these 2 songs that were just they were good songs, but they were really personal, and it wasn't about like some grand topic. It seemed like it was just like more like me venting.
Mm-hmm.
So having those types of songs, which I do want to release, just figuring out what I wanted to do with those, with making the mixtape, trying to find a balance of like songs like Top Notch and Skills Over Bills, Step Up, and then having songs like Broken and Pressure. And the mixtape is kind of formulated in a way where like those more fun songs are up first, you know, because a lot more people they're gonna tend to listen to those.
Yeah, it's like a transition.
Yes, and then it gets more and more serious, and then but the challenges, there weren't many. Figuring out, well, one of the challenges was me actually making the project, because I was like, do I want to make this old school mixtape? I'm trying to grow as an artist. Why would I make something that's not relevant right now?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't care. I was like, I want to make what I want to make.
I get you.
You know, I want to make that sound because I want to be able to know that I can do it.
I mean, I love the project though. I feel like that's gotta be like my favorite project so far that I appreciate it. Yeah, like For the Record is like one of my favorites, and like, I don't know, I think like old school is like kind of like still relevant, like because like you got people like Logic with like Young Sinatra 4, you know, coming out and things like that, and I feel like old school is still pretty in.
See, it's relevant, but it's not as relevant, because like Young Sinatra 4, I was like, okay, Young Sinatra 4 is coming out after 1-800 blew up. Okay, so that's after true. Everybody. That's after Bobby Tarantino and Every Day.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was like, Young Sinatra 4 is going to be his best-selling project, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
And that surprised me. But then I thought about it, and I was like, but it didn't really have... It had, what's the song called?
Ordinary Day? Oh, One Day, yeah.
I mean, Ordinary Day is great, too.
Yeah. It's like more poppy.
Yeah, which I love that song.
Me too.
But it's still just kind of underperformed, and it's just like... It just seems like a slight trend, and I'm just like, do I want to do that or not? And I just decided to go with it. And it's not like it's one with the volume of projects that I put out. I'm thinking about it, I'm like, okay, it's one project. Like I'll have another one out in a couple. Probably a couple of weeks at this point. That's weird.
It's crazy. Another project.
It'll be like, what day is it? It'd be like a month, 2 months.
It's February 17th. Sunday.
And I'm also trying to get out all the music that I've made. I want to get it out before we're out of school.
Yeah.
Because I want it to be able to circulate around the school, and I'm trying to hone in on that fan base because I know them personally. It's a lot easier to convince them to become fans.
Yeah.
And you know, they say like you need 1,000 true fans.
Yeah, that's true.
To get big and all that stuff. And I'm like, well, I have more than 1,000 people in my school.
Yeah.
I know them all. If I could really tap into them, that could be great for my career.
Exactly. That's the one thing too. I'm like a lot of people that like reposted like music therapy were the people that I knew personally.
Exactly.
And like there's some people that like reposted it that like go to the school that I don't really like know, but they still like supported it, which is really cool. And like so if you're young like us, you know, like I mean we're almost out of high school, but like if you're like still in high school, even like middle school and stuff like that, elementary school if you're that young, but I don't think I got anybody in my audience in elementary school. But if you're young, you know, like the people that you know in your school, like your friends and stuff, like if you're making like good music, it's gonna circulate around. Obviously, there's gonna be those haters that are like oh trash SoundCloud because you know they think they're all that, you know. Like there's always those people that think they're all that, and it's like it can be intimidating sometimes. But you also like just gotta remember, at the end of the day, when you graduate high school, you're gonna be the one going on to live on your dreams. They're still gonna think they're the crap when they're like, you know, working 9-to-5 job, like I don't know, being some garbage man. I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
That's how I'm thinking about it.
So yeah, so don't worry, guys. You know, be I don't know, just be yourself.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Hold up, really quick. Okay, starting 2019, we're banning the term SoundCloud rapper because we have made it into a negative thing, and it shouldn't be a negative thing, because like being a rapper from SoundCloud is not the same thing as being a like
trash rap,
a dirtbag that raps about terrible things. Like that's not what I do.
Exactly.
Like I've made songs that are like turn up and stuff, and I got more of them coming, but it's not like I've never said something that was like inappropriate, unethical, like just like terrible things. And that's when people say SoundCloud rapper, that's how I take it, and it's terrible.
I get you. You know, I agree. I agree with that. So let's see. So in the future, would you guys take a record label up on an offer, or would you like to stay as independent artists? That is a great question, Natalie. We're gonna save that for later. That's the one we're gonna go back to. From Zionic, Tegan, this is Johnny Berry. I'm making music as well. I hope you blow up, bro, and I'll support you all the way. Getting kicked out of East only served me as a motivation.
What's up, Johnny? I appreciate the support. Send me some of your music so I can check it out. That's I mean, making music is great for coping with anything, creating any type of emotion that can match what you're going through, and yeah, so keep creating.
Skills Over Bills 2, love. Oh wait,
it just changed. It was Skills Over Bills 2.
Skills Over Bills 2. Oops. Well, anyway,
that music video is out, by the way, on my YouTube. Skills Over Bills 2 official music video.
His links are in the description. Go ahead. Let's see. So,
my throat, dude.
I wish I had more water. I should have brought more water up here. Look, I'm already out of my nice water. Sponsor us.
You can do one if you can go get one if you want.
Yeah, but you see, we're in the middle of an interview, and I'd rather be. I'm having a lot of fun.
You're right.
Talking. I would rather be parched and having fun than getting water downstairs.
That's true.
Let's see. What was the last? I asked you what were the biggest obstacles, right? Mm-hmm. So, do you ever doubt yourself in your career? And what would you say to someone doubting their dreams?
I would say, me being a rapper, I would say no, I never doubt myself in my career. But deep down, I do. And like that's what it is. Like I like to think that everything's going to work out and I'm going to be able to do this full time.
Yeah.
But when people are telling you like it's not a viable career, I'm like that's what you think, because like a lot of people don't have the motivation that I do.
Yeah.
And they're speaking from what they would do in their experience and how they feel what they were taught. Mm-hmm. I'm a totally different person from them. No, and for people that are feeling like I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this and to make this a career. And I mean, if it's your passion, it's your passion. Like I forgot what song it was in, but I said something about family gatherings, people asking me what the goal is, what should be one goal. I'm gonna be the boss of me. Like I don't care what I'm doing. I just want to make sure that I'm the boss of myself. I'm doing what I enjoy. I never want to be stuck in a job that I don't like, and because that defeats the whole purpose of life to me. And you know, people are like, oh, why don't you go into this or go into that? They make a lot of money. I'm like, you can make a lot of money doing anything if you're good at it.
There's money to be found in any job, career.
I mean, and they're saying that as they're not realizing that, like, yo, if you become Drake, you're making millions of dollars like by the day. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just if you're trying to get into a field where it's kind of like music and it's hard to get there, just know that you need to get there. I mean, that it's that simple. Like, just know that deep down you want to do this, so you have to do this. It's like a need for it.
Yeah, and like the thing is, like, a lot of people think it's like luck too. Like the fact that like getting there is like all like, oh, he just got a lucky break because of one song. But it's like you do realize that if he had like someone had like Post Malone, White Iverson, if he never posted White Iverson in the first place, if he never like tried to go out there and be a musician in the first place, he would have never been the person that he is now. He's like what, number 2 on Spotify right now?
I mean, something like that.
Yeah, like 2 in the world. Yeah, so like it's not the fact that people get lucky, is because they're putting themselves out there and like opportunities come their way because they're doing that stuff. And like even me as an example, like both of us, but like, you know, from my personal experience, putting myself out there for my music has gotten me to like 2,000 subscribers, and now I'm making like monthly income from like just music, you know. which is pretty crazy. So like, and I know it could be scaled and stuff like that, and it's not because I got lucky and like, oh, like some videos like oh, a certain video blew up and stuff like that. Like, no, because I have multiple videos that have like over 10,000 views and things like that, and it's like, it's because I put myself out there to give myself these opportunities. Like, in everything you do, every little thing that you do is like a little seed, you know?
Yeah, you
like,
put in the work.
Exactly. So like, if you have one song or one project and things like that, or if you're just like putting yourself out there, you're planting seeds so that in the future, like, it takes a while, but when you get there, like, you'll have so much for yourself, you know?
Yeah. And when people say it's luck, most of the time they're uneducated in the field. Like, people that say that like what either of us are doing on our social medias or Spotify or whatever is luck. Like, no, it's time and effort that we put into learning something, and it's paying off.
Exactly.
And that's like, nothing's free. Like, things don't just happen. Something causes everything.
Yeah.
So.
And like, shoot, what was I gonna say? Dang, I had something else. I hate when this happens, or you have something that you're gonna say and you don't know what it is. What did you just say again? No.
Oh, nothing's free. Something causes everything.
Oh, okay. All right. So it takes like he said, it takes time to get there, right? The thing is, like, you know, it can take 5 years to get to where you want, you know, as like a producer or like a rapper, something like that, you know. But the thing is, if you think about hindsight, 5 years struggling and then finally making it to where you want to be, compared to like 40 years of working a 9-to-5 job, not doing anything that you want, I feel is like more worth it, you know. So like, being like, pursuing your dreams and like doing that and struggling, like, there's beauty in the struggle, because when you finally get there, you get to tell these stories to people and inspire them, you know. So like, the fact that it's hard is the reason why not many people do it, and why people think it like it's all luck. But like, you have to, you know, put in the work, and it takes time, it takes effort, but like, you'll get there eventually, you know. And I think like, it's always worth it, you know.
You just gave me an idea, because we were talking about the tattoos earlier and how I wanted to get the J. Cole quote, beauty in the struggle, ugliness in the success. So I think when you said that, I was like, so what I want to do now, what I want to try to do, gotta ask my parents and all that, but I want to get beauty in the struggle now, and then once I get to a point where I want to be of like fame and success, put ugliness in the success like somewhere else, so that I remember, like, you work so hard to make it here, don't just like become a totally different person and let this change you. Like, keep working hard, because you're only gonna keep going up. Yeah,
remember where you came from. That's why I got these Legos over here. This is my Lego shelf, because like, you know, Legos, when I was little, I'd always play with, okay, it's not Legos, it's Lego. I forget that all the time, but I used to play with Lego all the time.
It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. It's because it's like a different language. It's like, I can't remember what language it is, but Lego means something. It's like play or something. I don't know what that means. But yeah, so, you know, I always try to like remind myself that where I am right now, like, you know, I used to not be there, and like, obviously I shouldn't like, you know, stress out about it, but I also shouldn't like, I should like remember where you come from, kind of thing, you know. So my little Lego shelf, there's me, there's my girlfriend, little Lego figurine of myself. Pretty cool. But yeah, let's move on to the next question. Here, actually, what I want to do right now, before the camera turns off again, I want to move it, like, so that it doesn't turn off, so we don't get like interrupted in the middle of it. Boop, boop. I think that should be fine. Then let me like just check.
Alright, guys, so the Spotify playlist, we are listening to music right now. It is called One Up. It is by both of us on my project, For the Record. Go listen to it. Link is in the description for our Spotify playlist. Don't forget to keep putting questions in chat. We will be answering them at the end of the live stream. And keep supporting us. We have Super Chat. Donate $5.
Yeah.
And guess what?
We lick salt.
We're going to lick this nasty salt that just makes your throat extremely dry.
We got one donation from Jonathan. We appreciate you so much, Jonathan. So thank you. If you guys want to see us lick some more salt, why not?
We're in it for the clout.
The clout.
We're in it for the clout.
All right. How has being on bigger platforms like Spotify changed your career?
Wow. it changed my career a lot. As soon as my stuff got off of just SoundCloud and YouTube, people stopped calling me a SoundCloud rapper. I got a lot more respect. They're like, oh, so you're serious about this. And I said it on Just a Game off my Promised Land mixtape that somebody was like, I forget what the line is. See? I never remember.
Exactly.
But it was something to the effect of like, oh, like you're really rapping. I'm like, what do you think I dropped 4 mixtapes for?
Yeah.
Like, people don't just do that. Like, yeah, I really want this to be my career, and using DistroKid, which is great. That's a slight plug.
Yeah. And I got a referral link, so if you guys want 7% off, I get a $5 commission. No, $5 commission every time somebody signs up there. But it's honestly like
it's great.
It is great. Like, I don't know. I made a video about it before. I don't know. I tried not to sound like too salesman.
Yeah.
But like, it seriously, like, I honestly love DistroKid. Like, it's one of the best like distributors that I think is out there.
I mean, it just like
makes it so easy for like independent artists.
Yeah, it's like, what is it, like $25 or something?
$20 for like the basic plan, and then like $36 for like the more upgraded plan. That's still like a year for like,
a whole year for unlimited releases
for like all those platforms. It's pretty crazy.
And that's crazy. And what I always do is you can upgrade for just $1 a song. You can upgrade to do Shazam and Siri.
Yeah, exactly.
You can like, they hear your song, somebody's playing their song, they click it and like, what song is this? And there you go, and it tells them, and it's just like how easy is that?
I know, exactly.
And now they have the Facebook and the Instagram thing where you can add your music to those platforms.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and they're always updating stuff.
Yeah, it's great, and they have a great community. I follow like their social medias and stuff, and they're always posting like videos on new features and how to use the platform. And DistroKid,
sponsor us.
Yeah, sponsor us.
We love you.
It's changing my life, and it's changing the music industry.
Cause like right now you got like 5,000, almost 6,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, right?
Yeah, we're at 5.7 right now.
Yeah, and I got like 2,300 or something like that. It's like that, and it just keeps going up. So like being on those bigger platforms, like I know it's definitely like changing my music like as we speak, you know, cause like it's. Like, cause you got a lot of listeners before I ever got a lot of listeners. I'm still not like at your level yet, but like eventually, you know.
But you're getting it, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, 'cause you gotta build. You know, you can't just show up and expect to be something crazy. You know, you gotta take your little baby steps. And if you're going from point A to point B, most of the time it's not genuine.
It's not organic.
It's not gonna stay.
GMOs
in the music industry.
Exactly. All right, let's move. Let's move to the next one. So, you briefly mentioned how you got into music on For the Record. So what's the whole story?
So, this is a good one. Shout out my boy Saint. He's actually been on, how many songs has he been on? It might just be one. I don't know.
How many songs?
My boy Saint has been on one song maybe. And we did another one for a psych project, which is great. But my boy Saint, aka Jake Simpson, my guy, we were at a volleyball competition in Columbus, Ohio, and we were making fun of him because he wrote a poem for English about Kanye, and I thought at the time he had to make a song, but he didn't. He did it to the song because he felt like it, like he just liked the poem and wanted to put it to a beat, and so we were making fun of him for it because I mean it was like. I love you, Jake. I mean, it was. But I mean, obviously, like, it was your first time doing anything. And so we listened to that, we were making fun of him, and then that night, we were rooming together at this tournament, and we were like, let's make a song. So we did it. And then the next day, we made another song. And we couldn't make any more songs after that because his voice hurt, because he's a very loud volleyball player. He's like he's always the guy that's like screaming like let's go guys or nice job and blah blah blah, like so the his voice is he is the hype man. He is like hype man times 3. but yeah, so then once I got home I was just like that was fun, like let's try that, and I tried it and I haven't looked back since. Stopped playing volleyball, although I'd only played for like a year and a half. I mean,
kept going with the music.
It's
awesome. I love that story because he's told me about it before, but I just think it's like super super dope. Just like, cause like it's like because you even mentioned it before. You were never a musical kid growing up.
That's man, you listening out here. You listen.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was I like music, but I was like, my dad and my brother were super like singing in the car, dancing, like acting a fool, all that stuff. Like I was always just like no, I don't really like the song, you know. And because they're more into like the pop and the rhythm and stuff, or at least they were. I mean, now my brother's into rap and stuff, cause I mean, he's grown up. I rap. It's all around. But like back then, you know, like Michael Jackson and like, you know, the pop radio and all that stuff. Like I wasn't really into that. I was getting into like Eminem. So it was like, yeah, this isn't really my cup of tea. I don't know the words, blah blah blah. And I mean, so then once I started doing rap, and I got into it, I'm just expressing myself a lot more. My dad is probably like how is this one the one that's the rapper? Like, and people say that all the time. Like what? Like how did that happen? Because I feel like you would never look at me a couple years ago and be like,
he's gonna be a rapper. Yeah.
Like no. I was a nerd in elementary school. How am I making rap music?
No, I guess
it's crazy.
It's cool though. I think it's awesome.
Thank you.
Let's see what we got next. So this is an off-topic question, but I want to throw in an off-topic question just to bring it off of music a little bit. So, are you superstitious, and have you ever had any superstitious experiences? So like things like ghosts or karma. Like, do you believe in that stuff?
To a degree. Like, I feel like the more good energy you put out, the more good energy you're gonna get in return.
Like law of attraction.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I think everything does have a way of balancing. So I guess in that regard, but like for ghosts and things like that, like I don't know. And like religion, like I don't really know at this point. Like my parents my parents weren't both Christian, but like they raised me Christian as like a kid. Eventually, me and my brothers were all really into sports, doing multiple sports. Never really, there was always games Sunday morning, so we couldn't go to church, and we just stepped away from it. And like since then, I don't really know what I believe. Yeah. And I mean, because I'm like, I think personally like evolution happened, but I'm like, there's got to be something that it started from, you know, controlling it. So it's weird. I haven't really researched it to figure out like what I would label myself as, or like how I really think about it, or if there's like a broad topic for it. But like those are just like my thoughts when it comes to that stuff.
No, I completely get you. I agree with you too. It's like there's, I don't know, I feel right, I talk about it on my album, it's like it's too many unanswered questions for me to know like certainty. Like there's a lot of people that are like certain, like, oh yes, there is a God, you know, and there's like there's a lot of people that are obviously expression, they're like, no, there's not. And it's like, I don't know, there's too many unanswered.
Like there could be a God, but maybe it's not like what everybody thinks it is.
Exactly.
You know, it could be something else, or
yeah.
I mean, you know what's really weird? I don't know why this popped into my head, but aliens have to exist. And the weird thing is that they think that we're aliens. We think that they're aliens.
Yeah, they probably have a different word.
Weird.
It's not even aliens for them. It's like something weird.
And why does everybody think they're green and have big old black eyes? Like,
it's true. Or gray.
Like, have you ever seen an alien? No.
Exactly.
That's like, it's weird. Like, we created that, and everybody's just like, oh yeah, aliens look.
That's how it green. Yeah, that's how it's gonna look like.
And dinosaurs blows my mind too. Like. So how do we know what color dinosaurs were? Like, how do we know they weren't like bright pink?
That's the thing. Like, that's one thing about science. Like, how do you know that stuff? Because there's like things about like, because I know there's like explanations behind it, but when you talk about like different prehistoric periods and like how things are like happened, like how they can literally tell like how the climate was at certain periods, like a million years ago, or like they can tell distant planets what they're made out of, and they're like all the way over here. Like, how do you tell that stuff? Like, I don't know.
Science is crazy.
Yeah, man. Science is crazy. Like, how that's out of my perspective.
Yeah, I get lost in thinking about the world. It's not good for me. Like, I watched The Matrix and I was just tripping. Like, I was like, dude, we're just living in the Matrix.
That was me with Source Code.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, that was the Quentin Tarantino movie. That one was trippy for me. I remember thinking about that one all the time. I like, oh my gosh. Anyway, so last question. What's one thing you would say to someone who hasn't heard For the Record yet?
What's something I would say? Well, I would say you should check me out for sure because, you know, it's free. You know, you can check me out, SoundCloud, YouTube.
That's true.
Just check me out, and if you like it, then keep supporting me. For the Record it's got that old school vibe to it. It's got some new topics on it, and you can find different like, once again, I don't know the specific line, but somewhere on the record, I said, it was on Conclusion. The Conclusion, it was, that's why I make different styles and talk about different things. Although you catch different vibes, just know it's the same dream.
Yeah.
Like I have these different projects with different styles, and within those, there's even more like little broken down styles in there. Like I have the more serious things, like Late Night Drive is playing now, which is absolutely nothing like Step Up, but they're like, they both have the old school feel, but they're not like Late Night Drive has nothing to do with Step Up. Like Late Night Drive is super chill. Step Up is like in your face, like come test me.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's I like creating different vibes within different vibes.
I get you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The inception of vibes in music.
Vibeception. All right.
That's a good one.
Thank you. So, our interviews are over, but that does not mean that the live stream is over. We're gonna be answering some questions for you guys that you left in the chat, in the super chat, in our Twitter, Instagram. By the way, super chat. Been saying this off stream. So for the new people that are coming on, if you donate at least if every $5 that is donated, we take a lick from one of these Himalayan salt crystals, right? So it's a big lick too, like a
fat lick.
Yeah. So we got a donation from Jonathan a while back, $5 from him. Thank you so much. We'll actually let's answer that question right now. Actually,
That'll be the first one.